the dawn of time. You are one of the first creatures to inhabit the earth. There were no peace treaties back in the early days. Just your character and a jaw-clamping, teeth-flying survival of the fittest right to live. With the new multi-change option and Book of Life feature, you can create and save up to 50 of the biggest, baddest creatures you can conjure up. The only thing standing between you and the fabled land of Eden are 4.6 billion years worth of Mother Nature's meanest creations. This is E.V.O, or E.V.O, Search for Eden, from Almanac Corp and Enix, released in 1993. And this is an interesting little game. It plays, this is Enix, yeah, we know about Enix. Plays more along the lines of a game like Terranigma or Soul Blazer or something like that than the Dragon Warrior games, just because it is focused on evolution and higher power and all that other kind of stuff, as opposed to just normal old RPG stuff. But this is not an RPG. Do not get that confused. It is a side-scrolling action game released in 1992. The game was later translated and released in North America in 93, combining traditional platform mechanics with experience and leveling mechanics from other RPGs. It involves the player navigating a creature through a number of side-scrolling levels while undergoing bodily evolution to cope with ever-changing environments. It's heavily based on Almanac's original title, oh boy, 46 Okunen Monogatari, the Shinka Ran, released exclusively in Japan for the PC 9801 in 1990. Spanning a period of over 1 billion years, the game's story involves Gaia, daughter of the sun and mystical embodiment of Earth, guiding the player through 5 distinct geological periods of the planet's history. Beginning the game as a fish, we must travel across the planet, defeating enemies and gaining the strength to evolve into more powerful and complex organisms before eventually earning a chance to enter the paradise realm of Eden, becoming Gaia's immortal partner. Most critics enjoyed the originality, but criticized the tedious gameplay and speaking and subpar graphics. Now, I will agree that the gameplay is rather tedious. It does seem to take a long time to get up the points to do your evolutions. However, I will not say the graphics are subpar. I think the graphics fit really, really well with the vibe of the game, and I think if the graphics were a little less cartoony, it might make the game a little too... dire is not the word I want to use, but I think it would make the game too serious for it to be as fun. You know what I mean? It was developed by Almanac in early 92. Let's see, we talked about that. The release carries over much of the game's theme, designs, and story, although the design staff had opted to give it a fantastic rather than scientific representation of evolutionary theories and planet development. The crew was assisted by teachers from local schools to provide information on geology and biology to the programmers. While some of the designers were similar to that of the original PC 9801 title, much of the staff for the Super NES system was made up of younger, less experienced crew, which Yoneda said, the head director, said made things interesting, quote, during development. It was planned for a March 93 release, but beset last-minute delays in several months until the following June. The company would later hold a promotional contest where players could send in photographs of their favorite customized creatures for a chance to win a free Enix game. The music was originally composed by Koichi Sugiyama. Matokai Takenuchi, a former student of Sugiyama's, adapted the music for E.V.O. in 92. Select pieces were performed at the Tokyo City Philharmonic Orchestra during the second annual Game Music Concert Series in Tokyo, Japan. It received mild but generally positive reviews in its initial release in North America. GamePro praised the game's originality and overall design, but found fault with the visual presentation of the title, stating, although this game has an interesting concept, the sluggish gameplay and average graphics make you return to the caves. The publication also found the background music lacking, stating the game's compositions range from soothing to annoying. Nintendo Power called attention to its ingenuity and theme, remarking that the idea of the game is great and the weird creatures you can evolve can be both bizarre and hilarious. However, the magazine felt the game's representation of the concept of evolution was too fanciful, also stating the process of obtaining power-ups being tedious. Nintendo Power gave it an honorable mention during its top titles of 1993 award segment as one of the most innovative games of the year. All Game was less positive, giving it 2 stars out of 5. They praised the challenge and the bosses and the quantity of creatures, but noted that the game was marred by mediocre graphics and sluggish gameplay. Although not officially released in Europe, the game was covered in an import review by Superplay, and they found the game's strategy components to be top-notch, but the rest was very mediocre, giving it 47%. More contemporary reviews have been largely positive. In February 2007, IGN ranked it as the second greatest prehistoric game of all time, stating that no other title before it or since has so effectively captured the essence of evolutionary theory in video game form. Websites additionally likened the title to then upcoming and highly anticipated Spore by Maxis, calling E.V.O. the original success story in life simulation gaming and the standard for which it would be judged. I can agree with that. I like E.V.O. I think E.V.O. is really fun. I enjoy playing it, and yeah, I think it's just a good all-around game. Got no qualms with it at all.